Dear ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to a short presentation about data synchronization between our internet portal solution, CashflowSync, and our Manager API, which should serve as a synchronization medium for third systems. I want to explain in short words what we are talking about. The data synchronization between service providers plays an important part by real estate process and real estate funds. On the one hand, that would be the lower part of the monitor, which is in gray. That means the local caretaker, property manager and tax consultants, which have to create in some kind of form a balance and statement of income for a real estate fund and big real estate companies. A main role, especially for reporting, is the investor, owner of a real estate portfolio as well as an asset manager, who decides about additional purchase, sales, and restructuring of portfolios. How data must be synchronized. I had already mentioned that CashflowSync is our web portal solution which manages the complete life cycle of a real estate. It starts from the purchase up to the resale of a real estate, including business case. Before developing CashflowSync, we had developed a small software solution on the Windows platform. In short words, a API, Application Program Interface, which allows you to transmit data automatically into the portal solution. The yellow graphic represents, on the one hand, master data which you must bring into the API at least one time. This would be, for example, object data, tenancy agreements, contracts, documents of different roles, for example, who is the tenant, or the permanent craftsman's provider, and so on, as well as transaction data, but they are not displayed in this graphic in form of monthly bookkeeping. How does the interface function? What is the easiest way to import my data into the Manager API? In other words, with these data in CashflowSync. Our Manager API provides empty import containers for you. It represents a kind of import scheme. The containers differ according to what should be imported. Are we talking about objects, units, contacts, documents, and so on? The related data are in your application, in other words, in the application with which you daily work with as a service provider. Now it is important to prepare and export these data so that it can be provided with little effort for you as a service provider. For this reason, we have to create these containers, which must be filled in order to be live synchronized. This serves as preparation. If we assume that the data are in the Manager API, a validation should take place in the second step, in other words, a control. Are the imported data assigned correctly? Are these the correct data? The good thing in this connection is you only have to do this once when the data are master data. Afterwards you just have to check the changes. For example, a tenant moves out or a new tenant moves in. Should this all have happened, you have the possibility to synchronize live between the API and CashflowSync. The synchronization takes place automatically with the help of XML interface into the portal. In other words, your monthly bookkeeping will be synchronized with the portal. For example, if an estate agent executes a renting or a tax advisor changes the bookings and sends you a list of changes. On the following page I will present you some screenshots of the application. Here you see our import interface with the different containers which can be imported. In this example I have selected objects, and in the background you directly see a short object list. On the second screenshot we already see the live synchronization with CashflowSync portal. At this point we have decided us for the bookings and want to export a certain interval of bookings to CashflowSync. Now we are at the CashflowSync real estate portal page. Here you can see a portfolio overview of your portfolios, in this case in Italian. Now you can select, for example, one of the objects. The objects are the small balloon tips. You will now be forwarded directly to the master data bookkeeping of the respected object. That would be the cover of an object. You have something like a software as a service approach. In other words, you define what you do with which object. In this example, in the left monitor have an assessing and utilization of the real estate should be performed. Further up you see some master data. At the right side you see a more specified real estate expose where you represent a short data sheet of the real estate. What benefits do you have when you synchronize data with CashflowSync? Here, for example, an asset management reporting for your real estate. The lifetime of this portfolio was defined to 11 years. In the beginning, first year, you find the purchase price and the performance in the value increase over the following years. It is important that the target figure data added manually in the beginning are compared with the actual figures integrated automatically of the other service property manager's application. In this way you get a target actual performance comparison. At the right below you see the master data of the property. It displays how many units the property has, how the purchase was, the cost, financing and others. Here you see a short graphical report showing the planned target at purchase, your actual target and the actual figures, all with the relative difference between the figures. Thank you very much for your attention, and you find more presentation videos on SlideShare, or even better, contact us directly.